Hello, welcome to whatever this is. Oh yeah, joy, whatever this thing is. Okay, so here's another Lego Avengers character thing with Cloud9. Not entirely sure. Probably one of the backup Avengers with cloud powers or something. The Collector, he's the guy from Thor the Dark World and that one scene in Guardians of the Galaxy. You probably don't know him at all. Cottonmouth, he's a kind of snake that's a super villain. He's part of the Serpent Society, I think. Serpent Squad, Serpent Society. Lots of different things. Okay, so Count Nefaria, he's the leader of some kind of... He's got some kind of ionic powers or something. He's the leader of the... What was it called? The Magia or something? I heard about it once. Yeah, I watched Iron Man Armored Adventures, so I saw that a few times. Crimson Dynamo, who was another of Iron Man's supervillains. Basically a carbon copy of Iron Man, but Russian. Sometimes a hero, sometimes a villain, depending on what time period it is and who's wearing the armor. Classic Crossbones. This is the guy from Captain America Civil War who exploded, except this is the version of him that's in the actual source material, i.e. the comic books. Crystal, a person from the Inhumans. Some kind of elemental powers or something. Like the Avatar from Avatar The Last Airbender. Damage control. For some reason they brought this guy back. He's basically a cleanup crew for superheroes. They have to do a lot of work. Daredevil. He's basically Spider-Man in this one because his sticks he has in his hands, they extend into little web lines. Because Spider-Man isn't in the, well, he is in this game, but only as free DLC, which I actually have. The bottom there, if you'll notice. Okay, so Daredevil, Dark Elf. This is one of the disposable CGI armies led by Malekith during Thor the Dark World. From Thor the Dark World with Thor the Dark World. Deathlocket. You don't know who Deathlock is, I'm pretty sure, but this is basically just that. But not all the way cyborg. I guess. I don't know. Don't know a whole lot about the character. The Destroyer! They brought him back from the last game. Which is weird because he only had significance in one MCU movie. Which is Thor, and even then it was basically just a tool. It wasn't even a character, it was just a tool. Demolition Man. Or D-Man. I have no idea what he does, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't explode. Detroit Steel. The thing about this is I had actually heard of this guy. I'd actually seen this guy in the comics before. Because I happen to have one of the comics with Detroit Steel in it. I have no idea who's on the armor. It's basically like the Hammer Industries from Iron Man 2, but in the comics, and they built this weird Iron Man suit thing. But it's more like the Hulkbuster, really. Devil Dinosaur is incredibly large. Dinosaur that's red. It's just a freaking T-Rex. That's all there is to say about it, really. Diamondback. Another snake-themed supervillain. This one is more like Catwoman-esque. I guess, if you can call it that. Dr. Helen Cho. That's literally the name of the character on the screen. She was one of the vital plot points in Age of Ultron. One of her machine things created the Vision. I don't know. Far less significance in the comic stuff. Dr. List. He was Baron Strucker's right-hand person in the beginning of Age of Ultron when the Avengers were raiding the Hydra base. Doctor Strange, star of that incredibly popular movie and played by Benedict Cumberbatch. I've heard of that guy before. I probably heard of that guy before, like before he started this movie. I'm not so good with celebrity. Should have just told him that I was playing that Benedict Cumberbatch. What? Oh, it's cause he does magic stuff. Doctor Strange. Dum Dugan. One of the Howling Commandos. Probably never heard of it. It's not a hipster thing though, despite his hat and unironic mustache. Or should that be ironic mustache? Ha! Wait, what? No, that's not the right. Dum Dugan. Echo. Wait, okay. I have no idea about this one, really. Just some kind of ninja or something, I guess. Egghead. Some kind of super villain. I saw him once in Superhero Squad, the TV show. What? Egghead. It's a joke. Ellen Brand. One of the random disposable mooks from Iron Man 3. Apparently has Extremis, which basically gives you super fire powers. Not technopathic powers like in the actual comic books. Eric Selvig. He's one of the characters from the first two Thor movies, but not Thor Ragnarok, because him and any of the other human characters in Thor Ragnarok, aside the Hulk, would probably just be shoehorned in. I'm tidy. This is a version of him in Thor the Dark World that's gone freaking crazy. Oh, he was also in the Avengers. He helped build the machine that put the cosmic cube's power into that sky beam that you see everyone ripping off nowadays. Extremis Soldier. I have no idea. Extremis Soldier, random mook with fire powers. Even less prevalent in this game because, whereas in the first game, they were actually the main mook in one of the main levels. But in this game, they're just a mook in a bonus level. No, let me try something out real quick. Okay. I need to be able to see the character. It's a Falcon from the movies. It's the classic Falcon from the comic books. No, those are not organic wings. Wait, organic buffalo wings? No, that's not right. That's not right at all. And he actually has a bird. Not a robot bird. Fandral. He dies in Thor Ragnarok. Spoilers, by the way. He has a sword thing. He has a sword-looking thing, I guess. I have no idea. Finesse. Pretty sure she just does whatever Taskmaster does. Pretty sure, yeah. And Fin Fang Foom. He has a side quest in this game called Fin Fang Foom's Fantastically Fresh and Filling Fat-Free Frogurt Factory. Yes. And yes, it took me a while to get that one just right. And he turns into a big, giant monster person. Fin Fang Foom. Got a fantastically fresh and filling fat-free yogurt factory. Firebird. No idea. Something like Phoenix, I guess? No idea. Gargoyle is one of the early supervillains of the Hulk. Super ugly. Which I guess was actually a part of his character. Gorilla Girl. Turns into a gorilla, I guess. Yeah. Gorilla. Hey, look at that. Told you it was a gorilla. Gorilla. The Grandmaster. Guy from Thor Ragnarok. You might not recognize him because he looks like his actual comic appearance here. The Grim Reaper. No, not the... He just looks like it. Well, he doesn't even look like it because he isn't a skeleton. A guy with some kind of prosthetic scythe on his hand. Or lack thereof. Sheesh. Happy Hogan. He was in Spider-Man Homecoming. And his name is Irony because he's never happy. He's grouchy all the time. Harley Keener, the name of that random kid with the potato gun from Iron Man 3, who they kind of shoehorned into the plot. I guess his thing is to help trigger Tony's PTSD? I don't know. Hawkeye. He has a bunch of trick arrows, which in this game is actually pretty helpful, because that means he can break a lot of things. He can break silver Legos, gold Legos, and blue Legos. So he's actually pretty useful in this game, unlike in the movie. The Age of Ultron Hawkeye, we inexplicably changed hair colors. But whatever, that doesn't really matter right now, because cooler costume design. There's a classic Hawkeye. He was DLC in the last game. But this is how Hawkeye actually looked in the comics. For a very, very long time. The Hawkeye, the new one, that they're trying to... It's like... I actually read a little bit about this one on the wiki. And apparently she's a Hawkeye's sidekick. Who is also named Hawkeye. I mean, that's confusing. Hazmat. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Wearing a hazmat suit. Hazmat. Why not? Heimdall. Also in Thor Ragnarok. This time he doesn't have such an annoying side quest. Hellcat from Jessica Jones. I think. I don't know, I only saw the lore episode of it. Hogan, who dies in the beginning of Thor Ragnarok. He has some kind of big club mace looking thing. And Hulk Killer. Some kind of android designed to kill the Hulk. Surprise, surprise, it doesn't work. He's wearing a weird Speedo-looking thing. And I want to get on with this. Hulkling. He's a green, got super strength. I've heard tell he's some kind of Skrull-Kree hybrid. Which I guess is neat, because he does all the things that the Skrulls and the Kree do. Plus all the things that the Hulk does, I'm pretty sure. The original Human Torch. Not the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four, but the original one. From the somethings. The 40s. 30s and 40s. Yeah. Iron Fist from that one Netflix series. And that's all the stuff today.